Hello everyone, welcome back to the TT eSports Dota 2 Weekly number 13, the final Daily Cup, Weekly Cup for May. We're going to have MadMonkeys game, and they're going up against Are You Ready? I believe this is in the semifinals. Though I'd be lying if I said I was sure, because we pop around so much. Pretty sure though, we're going to have a semifinal match going on here. And it's going to be a pretty good one, I'm hoping. Saw Are You Ready in the last game. They played pretty well. Kind of had a dominating victory over their last team, which was Rage Gaming. Looking to see them put on a pretty good show again this game. They're going to be on the Radiant side here. Second pick, MadMonkeys to the Dire. With the first, we're going to have Batrider. We're going to have Nags coming out as the first two picks. Or bands rather, excuse me. And Wisp and Gyro going to be the bands responding from Are You Ready? Lone Druid first pick, MadMonkeys. So they're going straight off the bat with the Lone Druid. There's still heroes like Keeper, Light, Nyx Assassin, Shadow Demon, Darkseer. All sorts of things like that to pick up, and they're actually going to go with Keeper, Light, Bane to start things off. Somewhat surprising to see them start off with those particular heroes.
Behold the horn of madness.
Radiant team pick.
Phantom Lens.
And Rubik, Magnus, going to be responsible for MadMonkeys, and Are You Ready? They pick up the Cancer Lancer himself. So, pretty strong lineups coming out from both sides at the moment, and they're running very, very quick picks here. We are going to have the Coddle PL combo that no one really likes to play against. On one side, they have the Bane as their secondary support for that lane as well. MadMonkeys, they pick up Lone Druid and Magnus, probably looking to see them as their two solos. Rubik is one of their two supports. And gonna move on now, so we get to see what the carry that MadMonkeys are really gonna think about for their just their one position as well as their extra support. We need solos. On the Are You Ready side, we're seeing Queen of Pain, Tinker being banned out by MadMonkeys. Those are the ones that are wanting to play against right now. Kind of expecting to see someone like Puck for the last one. Leaves them with a lot of options for offlane, so it's possible they go for something like Darkseer instead, but there are a lot of heroes that can fill those roles, and they can't really ban them all. So they have to think about exactly which one they think is the least acceptable. Nature's Prophet going to be the one they choose. Are You Ready though? They're banning out support, so they went with Shadow Demon. They went with Nyx Assassin. These are the really sort of powerhouse ones left in the pool. Kind of surprised to see them going for it. It looks like they're just willing to let them take whatever carry they want. Confident that Phantom Lancer will survive, will prevail in the end. So we're going to keep on going though. Are You Ready? Looking for their final ban out. If they're going for another support, there are things like Lina in the pool who pair up decently well with Rubik. They have Leshrac that they can do with it. Gives them some pretty good tower push. Leshrac, Lone Druid, both known for being able to kind of shred their towers rather quickly.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Last band, they'll take a little bit more time from Are You Ready? They're going to actually start to dip into their reserve time for the first time this game, so slowing up the pace of these bands just a little bit from what we were seeing previously. Looking for what that final ban will be, and I'm not sure.
Dire team pick.
That's been going to be anyways, so they actually just decided to take out the carry, the one who is sort of best known for trying to oppose the Phantom Lancer in sort of the long game. Any mage split pusher of the zone. Can also flash farm, gets just kind of farmed up a little bit faster than Phantom Lancer. Tries to get involved in the fights a little bit sooner, and that usually can try and have him close out the game before the Phantom Lancer really comes in lane. Darkseer going to be the pick for MadMonkeys. He makes it through the pool. Seems like the obvious offlaner of choice. to pick up here, but kind of surprised to see MadMonkeys going for an offlaner. They already had Lone Druid Magnus. Kind of expect them both to solo, so maybe we're seeing a Lone Druid tri-lane here. It's possible we could see a Darkseer support. Darkseer just jungles, and they have another offlaner. They have a couple different ways they can run this. Looking to see what their last pickup is, maybe give a little bit more insight to where they're going with this draft. And it's going to actually be Jakiro, so they do pick up another support. Looks like we're going to have a tri-lane Lone Druid. Are you ready? They picked up that Clockwork, so probably looking to see him in the off lane. Not the best matchup in the world for a bear, but if he ends up against Darkseer, it's not too bad. Somewhat, though, the problem is he'll probably be against that tri-lane Rubik, Jakiro, and cogs don't really save you from Rubik. The telekinesis, even if you pop those cogs,
10 seconds remaining.
you can just get lift up, and then the cogs can work against you. And Kunkka going to be the last pick up from Are You Ready? The Admiral himself, looking to see him in the mid lane. Excuse me. So Clockwork probably going to be in that off lane, Kunkka mid, and then the tri-lane Flamlancer Bane, Keeper Light. Probably safe lane that. MadMonkeys, Lone Druid, Rubik, Jakiro probably going to be forming their tri-lane. With a Mag mid, Darkseer off. Probably also going to see the Darkseer abandon that bottom lane. There aren't a lot of actual great disables coming out for him. They have the sleep that they can try and use if they catch him out. He tries to pop that surge, just put him to sleep, hit him with all your nukes, and he ends up in a lot of trouble. But not really a ton of stuns. And of course, he can always just try and save that surge. Wait until after he gets woken up from his nightmare. Before popping it, we'll see if it works out that way, if he's able to get things done as a result. We are going to get in game now. Looks like we need a minute. What's Stone Ruin look like? Oh, this is the Chaos Knights game. Deepest depths. Ooh. Rock some deepest depths this game. So, need another second because their one player is apparently still AFK. Hopefully not for too much longer. Want to get underway with this game. This is of course a semi-final match. Winner gets to move on to those grand finals. Huh, I didn't notice. A lot of pinks coming out near the Roche pit. Not actually sure what MadMonkeys are working on here. That strategy. Well, looks like this pause is going to be somewhat extended. Hopefully we can get back to getting done here shortly. Meantime, it's hard to say exactly who I think is going to get the advantage here. Lone Druid with safe lane farm can often be a terror in the game, but I just feel like his carry potential against Phantom Lancer is not going to be that great. That's the kind of thing you have to be aware of. You're going against Phalancer, there's almost no way they run this tri-lane aggressively with the Lone Druid. Unless they want to go... Yeah, I don't think there's any good way for them to lane these heroes in an aggressive tri-lane. They could send maybe Darkseer down there, it's not great. In place of the Lone Druid. I just don't think they have a great way to contest Phalancer's farm here. Since Phalancer are going to farm, Lone Druid going to farm, they're going to have to hope that Lone Druid just comes online a little bit earlier. Tries to get that work done. And is able to end up setting up something. Efk. Oh. Well. Hope this doesn't end up getting someone in trouble. It's possible there are pause-related rules. So it looks like they have about... Close. Well, we get to wait it out. It could be 10 minutes max, and then we'll have to give a death loss to Are You Ready? Who, even though their name asked the question, are not ready themselves, apparently, with their last player still AFK. Pretty unfortunate. I'd like to get going here. I'm sure you guys would like to get going. Rub. Peace. Oh, here we go. Now I get to hear all the pings. One of those days, guys. Just one of those days. Well, there's not too much to talk about. It's hard to speculate on what's going to go on in this game. We're a minute 29 before the game starts. Player reconnects. Hugh, 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 Hugh. We want the buzz. Haha. No big deal. No one really wanted to watch or play Dota today anyways, right? Right, you guys? Anybody? No? Alright. So every tower in the game needs to be defended. Oh, there we go. Okay, so back underway. Hopefully with no more extended pauses. So it looks like Darkseer is heading to the offlane, Magmin, they're running the tri-lane, Lone Druid. Rubik, Jakiro for MadMonkeys. We'll go over the players very quickly. Eliter on the Lone Druid. Keklep on that Rubik. Rubchik going to be on the Jakiro. Boned on the Magnus. And finally, Mikrodazils on the Darkseer. Radiant team. We're going to have Are You Ready Tartugo going to be on the Bane Elemental. Obnameshka on the Keeper of the Light. Toki Monster on the Phantom Lancer. Curse going to be on the Kunkka. And Gento. He's going to be on the Clockwork Goblin. So the lane's going pretty much exactly as predicted at the moment. Both teams going to run the defensive try. Hard to say exactly who this favors. It feels like it's got to be the Phantom Lancer team. He's very powerful right now. Darkseer going to get slept. Takes a lot of harass for this. No spells taken up yet. He's probably going to have to surge. And in fact, well. Which leaves him in a super awkward position where he has surge at level 1. He can't even abandon to jungle now. So pretty much the worst possible outcome for Darkseer in this bottom lane. He's going to have to figure out where he goes, what he does about it. He looks like he's heading back. Going to surge a creep. So he's going to get this creep surge, trying to get it really separated. He's blocking the others. And that'll help him try and set up the creep wave to push to his tower. That one creep will die very quickly. There won't be damage coming out, really. In the meantime, he surges another creep ahead. Tries to gain the momentum for the creep wave towards his tower so that he'll eventually be able to leech enough experience to get level 2. But this sets him back pretty far. He's spending a lot of money, or mana rather, just trying to surge these creeps up. Top lane Clockwork. These pulls are already going off. Feels like there's not a ton he can do. Getting closer to level 2, he's going to steal some of these creeps now. So he'll be able to get a little bit of experience from this. Should be quite cautious in letting the Jakiro deny. Bottom lane, Darkseer has a surge once again. The Radiance Courier goes down. Not sure where that happened. On that side of the creep wave, interesting. Well, Radiance Courier does go down.
Regeneration!
Top lane looks like Junto getting dove a little bit here by a leader. Not going to be able to really get the kill. Clockwork getting some decent experience as well while this creeper is behind the tower. Darkseer looks like he's getting some XP. It's not quite level 2 yet. They need to keep zoning him out. Tortuga going to show up once again. Try and force him out of the lane. They don't want to let him get anything that they don't need to. Boned. Taking some harass from Curse. Gonna go pretty good at harassing in lane. So things going pretty passive at the moment. Last hits favoring Phantom Lancer in that bottom lane. He's not having as much trouble last hitting simply because the Clockwork is having a little bit more of an effect in the lane than this Darkseer is at the moment. Darkseer had the worst start possible. He was forced to skill surge. That leaves him just kind of out of luck. These supports now know they can just commit to making his life miserable. Continues to try and surge and block creep waves. Create any space he can so that this creep wave gets in range for him to do something. Bone dodging a torrent there. Could have actually led to his death. Probably not. Would have dealt some damage though. And it looks like he's probably going to bottle crow up. And in the meantime, first blood. I miss it.
My quest begins auspiciously.
Thought Darkseer was playing patiently enough. A lot of items dropped on the ground for Phantom Lancer. Okay. Eventually gets there. Clockwork getting forced out in the top lane a little bit once again. Still having a much better time. He hasn't gotten many last hits, but Darkseer still sitting at level 1. He's halfway to level 2 now.
I'll hurry my foe to a spiky end.
But the tier 1 tower, it's going to go down. And he still doesn't have anything. Phantom Lancer gets the last hit in the tower. So one tower down, top tower looks like it's going to be a target as well. Starting to set up for the damage on it. Mid lane looks like he's probably safe. The haste rune is up. Curse needs to be careful. He's going to get skewered as well. It's going to be his death. But looks like Magnus is going to go down as well.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Courier taking a hit as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Glyph going to be forced on the Radiant side. They're going to try and defend this tier 1 top, it looks like. Keeper Light showing up now. Gets a catapult kill. This gives him a little bit extra farm. And Junto going to be safe for the moment, but Keeper Light probably going to be channeling some Illuminates up here to try and keep this tower safe. Lift, Ice Path there, Junto not going to get caught by the Ice Path. The tower does eventually go down. Battery Assault. Not going to be enough. He's not really able to get in range to catch anyone in cogs. Try and do damage with that lift. So the tower does eventually go down. Curse on his Kunko, continue to try and farm, harass, what have you. In the mid lane. Getting the best of last hits just barely over the max at the moment. Clockwork looking to be in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna catch a leader in, and that's enough. He gets the kill on that Baron. Now he needs to run away. One last hit enough? No. Brainsap gonna be on Rubik doing some damage. I'm gonna massacre. Gonna get the Illuminate off on Kyclops. Can they chase him down? Doesn't look like it, and with the South he should be fine. Darkseer has made his way up here in the meantime as well. He's sitting at level 2 Junto, trying to come in from behind. Lift's gonna be there. Pulls Tartugo back towards Kyclops. Lone Druid gonna make his way back up as well. No bear resummon on him. It looks like he used it just before he died. It's down for another 70 seconds. It's a pretty big deal. Lone Druid needs those bears to really reliably last hit. And in the meantime, Magnus, he kills Kunkka again. Kunkka not having the best time. He gets reverse polarity this time. So, probably not as much of his fault. He did have to commit an RP for that. But, does give him 2 kills in the mid lane. He got the 1 revenge after he died from the tower, finishing him off, but Kunkka not having the best time in terms of kills. Dying quite a few times at this point. But in the meantime, Tokimonsta, Phantom Lancer, he's down in the bottom lane, leading the CS charts. Had absolutely no one down here. He's not doing the absolute best job of last hitting. Sitting at 37 CS, 7 minutes. It's definitely good. But considering he had no one down here, Probably could have a little bit more. Mid lane we have a Jakiro hanging out as well as the double damage Magnus. And it looks like Keeper Light making his way as well. Curse trying his best to continue just farming away. Not super concerned about dying, it looks like. Misses that one. Only 2 points in Torrent now. We'll see if he decides to put more points into the Torrent or starts grabbing those points in X marks in the spot, maybe up to level 2. Just to make Torrent actually reliable. Gives him the ability to try and kill this Magnus. Whereas, as it stands now, he can't do too much. He's going to dodge the Ice Path there. Or maybe more so the Ice Path just misses from Jakiro. McRodizils in the bottom lane. Darkseer. Got a Bane behind him. Needs to get to sleep. There it is. And that is not the situation you want to be in. Bane finishes off Darkseer with that Brain Sap. Meantime, fight in the mid lane. Robchick getting chased down by the invisible Kunkka. Torrent gonna be there, it's gonna land, and there's the hook shot as well. Boat coming through. And Robchick, he's down. Jakiro loses his life. It looks like Kunkka gonna go for the Shadow Amulet. So we'll see a Shadow Blade coming up from him in the near future. Still a ways off. Lone Druid pushing in the top lane. Approaching that tier 2 tower. Finlands are not really doing much of the same in the bottom. Looks like he's not really concerned with trying to get a tower. Not the same way that a Lone Druid can. Now he has that Demolish ability up in his base at level 7. Meg's taking a lot of damage in the mid lane. Limit Gun Fly Through doesn't hit on anything on this Keeper Light. Probably not too concerned about utilizing the mana though. Of course the Chakra Magic can get that back up to full. And Konga going to take a moment to just utilize the jungle. Burst Polarity is off cooldown once again on Magnus, so they can try and make something happen with that. It's possible he could just try and get another kill on Kunkka. Maybe a little bit more difficult this time than last, simply because there was a Keeper Light kind of available in the mid lane. It's only level 5, so he can't really do too much to stop it, but he can lay down some damage, kill for Creep Wave maybe. And Kunkka probably not super worried about it at the moment. He's also higher on HP than I think he was last time when he got King. He's been dodging a lot of these shockwave spams. Tartugo, it looks like he was checking Rune bottom. It's not going to be there, as it's top. Gets picked up by Jakiro. Going to be forced back. He gets his mana restored by Chakra Magic. Can't refill his bottle though as a result. Token also continuing to farm. He's got drums. 1,000 gold beyond it. I'm sure his first pickup is going to be if he's going to want to go aggressive, get something like Diffusal, or if he wants to go big farm, start working towards that Manta style. Also gives him a lot more split pushing power if he goes for the Manta style. Unless he's going to be involved in the fights, Manta first, usually the right call. Kyclop chasing after Gento, going to get the lift. Kog's going to get dropped, they're trying to push him back. And he will succeed, going to be perfectly fine, they're not going to get chased down at all. So, fight's going. Just little skirmishes though. Are you ready? Up 5-2 in those kills. And just not really feeling like MadMonkeys are getting anything done at the moment. They're farming on their Lone Druid. And should be working. He's got Phase Boots up. Not really too much beyond it. Kind of expecting to see the Armlet Bear, the next option. Wait, phone? Someone has a phone call? Must be important. Well, we'll see another pause coming out from Are You Ready? And I think their remaining pause time dwindling quite badly at this point. And Chris says he's ready to get back going. Good, good, good. So, we will continue fighting. Boned. Curse, mid lane matchup. Kunkka needs to be a little bit careful at this point. He doesn't get RP'd. He's starting to get kind of low on HP. And if he gets hit by the skewer into it, probably would be enough. Bone going in. Pretty aggressive skewer. Boat gonna land. The hook shot gonna miss though. And he'll just be able to walk away, but in the meantime, Darkseer. He goes down in the bottom lane because that tower push is coming out.
Dire structures are fortified. Dire's bottom
So
tower
tower goes down. Top lane, the tower mostly okay still. Mag finds a regen rune up her river. Not a lot he's going to be able to, or need to do at that at the moment. See if Blink Dagger. He does have Blink Dagger already picked up. Bone doing pretty well for himself. 12-minute Blink Dagger. He'll be able to start using that to try and set up these fights, and they're going to need them. Phantom Lancer is at their base. He's hitting their tier 3. No one has really showed up yet. With the level 7 Darkseer, he's starting to catch up in terms of levels, but Lift's going to come off on that Phantom Lancer illusion. Actually, a largish amount of mana expended to just kill off that illusion. Lone Druid trying to kill off this bear, this tower in the mid lane, and it looks like his bear actually might go down.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And it does go down. Tower ends up getting the last hit though. So no gold for the Phantom Lancer. It looks like Keeper Light will go down. Darkseer going to finish it off with the Ion Shell. Phantom Lancer denies the tier 1 in the mid lane. So things are going on all over the map, kind of in favor of Are You Ready? But Monkeys, grabbing a little bit back. We see experience is about 3k now in favor of Are You Ready in the Radiant. 4k is about the peak there for the gold lead for them. However, we see it pulling back a little bit. They got that kill and the Keeper Light gives a little bit of additional gold. They had to deny on the tower. It's not ideal. You don't get as much gold because it was denied, but you still get some for your team. And you gather a little bit more map control. Of course, this tier 1 in the mid lane. Rather important. Definitely one of the more useful towers. Pig's coming out. Kunkka is going to spot out that there are 3 here. Going to get the splash off. Torrent going to miss. Boat going to miss. Shadowblade was there from Curson. The that actually finishes him off with the homing missile. Bane going to get in range. There's the X. It's only level 1 X though, and that's going to be another kill. 3 kills for all your Are You Ready in the bottom lane. Phantom Lancer gets one. Bane gets one. Clockwork from the mid lane grabs the other. Magnus make his way. He's going to find a haste rune.
Radiant's top tower
There we
is
go.
under attack.
We can draw his path. He's making a beeline. Needs to get in range, but already down. Shakira already down. Needs to reverse polarity. He's going to catch it only on one. It's the Bane. He's still got the haste rune though. Going to be able to back off alive. The hookshot going to miss. Junto not able to get in range. Tier 2 in the top lane goes down in the meantime. Darkseer able to finish it off. They're keeping the pressure. The siege continues on this tier 3. It's down below half HP. Can they keep on it? Their Phantom Lancer's already backed off. He's low on mana. Rather low on HP. He did go for the Diffusal Blade early. So he does want to take the fights. 2 MadMonkeys, MadMonkeys. And we've seen that in his play. They're already pushing high ground. It's 16 minutes in. Not even. They have the Phantom Lancer. You feel like they probably don't have to take it late game, and yet they are. Or they probably would take it late game, and they're not trying. Like, yeah, whatever. We'll take the Rax advantage.
Middle tower is under attack.
Gives us even more space for this Phantom Lancer to the farm. You're always going to have to be worried about that one lane. A lot of pinks coming out maps, or drawings all over the map, being like, yeah, what are we doing? What are you doing bottom lane? Let's hit those other 2 lanes. Screw this lane. Mid, top. Defense comes out, ping comes out on the top lane. Looks like they want to keep this one alive. Phantom Lancer has made his way up here. Looks like Clockwork getting some sun to him. It's treads. Has a 4 staff picked up actually already before he finished his boots.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Macro's feet
under
up on Keeper Light, no boots, no fear. He's got the mech. Shadowblade, and it looks like Crystal is going to be the next option. Coming out from Kunkka.
Radiant's
looking to get
bottom
rid of
tower has
those
fallen.
branches finally. Top lane, Tokimonka getting in a fight with Bone. Looks like he'll be fine though. Magnet's gonna go invisible, popping the invis from his bottle. And then just gonna bottle up. In the meantime, Famlets are just gonna be forced to back off. The pinks go out. Hey, they're
Radiant's
pushing
bottom
bottom.
tower
We
is
should
under attack.
probably deal with this. Curse giving a little bit of chase here to the bear.
Yes, X marks the spot.
And they're keeping up with the chase. Looks like Clockwork is going to be on the Darkseer. Taking a little bit of rest out of the mech. Going to heal him up a little bit. But Darkseer will go down. Orb Chick going to port out on the Shakira. Looks like he'll be just fine. But 12-3 on that kill score. Hey, are you ready? Doing pretty well. They feel like they have the advantage. Pretty handily at this point. And they're moving around once again, trying to set up anything. They have that ward here. Like, yeah, there's a ward. Should probably deal with that. They saw it get placed. Experience, we see 5k gold. Only just above 3. Both in favor of Are You Ready? It's not that big a lead for 18 minutes in, but it is a lead. That means you have to deal with it. They're going to be playing from behind. Their towers are going to go down. They're going to get a lot of gold here now. They're trying to get some outer towers once again. And MadMonkeys looking like they want to contest this. The Infiel going to be up on the bear.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Do have that armlet up on the Lundred Spirit Bear finally. Curse trying to take advantage of those splashes, but the first player, the vacuum, going to be there to take a lot of damage. Gentle, the only one left alive, he's going to pop cogs, but it's too late. He's just going to cut yours in. 4 steps out, trying to get away. The bear giving chase, and one last Fade Bolt finishes him off. While this is going on, the tier 3 taking a lot of damage. Tokimonsta going to be forced to back off by that TP from a leader. He's just going to port to the top lane and farm up. That creep wave has approached his base once again. Take advantage of that. Continue his farm. He's up to 1800 gold. Still looking to see that Mantis stock come up from him next. Chrysalis was picked up on Kunkka there. So there's a chance for those crits on the splash while he's trying to take advantage of them, but ends up getting lifted, and I think that's the problem they ran into. He got lifted up and it left them in a weird initiation. They tried to save him, they ended up getting pulled down. RP, vacuum. A lot of AoE coming out from the dire side that they have to be aware of. Looks like they're setting up for the gank on Phantom Lancer now. They don't even know if the real one's necessarily here anymore. They do have one Sentry Ward. Tokimonsta going to start running. Sentry Ward dropped, they're going to spot him out. Dodges the dual breath. Boned. Trying to get range for Skewer or something. Roachik going to lose his life. Tokimonsta can't get away. He's going to get skewered. Can't dodge it. Really low on HP. And he's going to go down. Oh, just still barely. No. They get him. Meantime, mid lane. Rubik going to lose his life. Lone Druid going to port in. Does not get caught in cogs. Might have lost his life if he had. They're going on the bear now. And Tangle's going to be there in Junto. Hook shot coming off from Junto. Not really going to land on much of anything. The cogs, or the X is going to be there. He goes down. The boat going to fly through. Lands on Roachik. He's really low on HP. There is an earn charge there as well. Looks like he's probably going to be losing his life. Double kill for Curse. On the Kunkka, he's taking a lot of damage from his tower though. Goes invisible, dodges. Would have gone down the boat, keeping him alive. Bone's chasing after him now, not going to catch anything. It looks like he has the blink though, Tartugo. First player there, Junto is going to lose his life for this Kunkka. He's going to get telekinesed back towards the tower. And there's the vacuum as well. Curse low on HP, they're giving chase. Shockwave not going to land. He hides in the Roche pit while invisible just to wait it out. He knows he's going to have that Shockwave momentarily. He's going to try and go for the blind one. Bone. Continue to give chase. Numashka trying to run away. Tartugo trying to run away. Torrent going to miss. Really awkwardly placed the Torrent. No one would ever. Oh, was it stolen? Oh, yeah, it was a stolen Rubik Torrent. I was like, why would Kunkka put a Torrent up there? That was Rubik trying to toss a Torrent where he can. Didn't matter though. Bane with just basic boots. I have so lame fingers.
Radiant's middle tower is
Mad
under
Monkeys
attack.
continuing. Blink Skewer there from Boned. He's not going to actually spot anyone. There wasn't anyone there. Two spot. Hyperstone picked up on the Lundred Spirit right now. This is where their pushing starts becoming pretty powerful. Fortunately, they have a Phantom Lancer who's once again approaching their tier 3 in that bottom lane. They have to deal with that. He's getting recalled, it seems. So gonna get the free TP. Looks like he'll farm up the mid lane. Counter ward going up, they're gonna get rid of this.
Radiant's
Right
top
there.
tower is under attack.
And the line being drawn by Bane. Hey, let's go for that tier 3, I guess. It seems surprising. I think they want to finish off this tier 1 in the mid lane, but they haven't really been able to gain any ground on these towers, and they're starting to fall behind. They had a huge kill lead. It's now 16 to 10. And we see gold. It's down to only about 1k advantage. Experience popping back up a little bit to 2500, but closer than it was, and the game is getting later and later. This small advantage is going to become less and less relevant as time goes on. Moving around, we have a lot of heroes from MadMonkeys grouped up in the mid lane. Darkseer sitting in the bottom lane at the moment. Just trying to keep that push safe. Give it some momentum, get it away from his tower, most importantly. Don't want to deal with that stuff. 4 heroes from AYR are just hanging out.
Incoming!
Throwing out those rocket flares, they spot Jakiro. Can't really initiate from that range. The only one who would be able to get in a relevant time frame is the Clockwork, and he probably dies. Ooh, Jakiro, 15 HP. Meantime, Rubik getting in a fight with some Phantom Lancer illusions. He's gonna get defused. He's gonna go down. Toki Monster
Tower is under attack.
gonna start going on the tier 1 tower. No backdoor regen. The illusions helping tank it up a little bit, and it's gonna go down. Phantom Lancer gets a tower. Meantime, fight gonna go on the mid lane. Reverse Body lands on 3. The Skewer gonna bring them right back. Boat lands on a couple as well. Does some damage. It's keeping them quite alive. They just don't take any damage while they got this boat on. And it looks like the Fiends group gonna be there. It's gonna be the death of Boned. Torrent gonna land on Micro Roads.
Dire's middle tower
He's
has
gonna
fallen.
barely be alive. Jakiro gonna
Dire's
survive.
middle tower
And what's
is
going
under
on? It
attack.
looks like Clockwork gonna die to the Lone Druid. He catches the Lone Druid up on the high ground. No one around to really assist the Darkseer while he's dropped. Looks like a port coming in from the Rubik. He's gonna get the lift on Phantom Lancer. Can he get the kill in time? Phantom Lancer gonna back off. He's still fine. He goes down. So maybe a little aggressive of a play. Ends up being a 4-for-1 trade in favor of the Rain. Are you ready? They take a tower. They take 4 kills. Going for another. And they should be able to get this tower down, or at least pretty close to down, before anyone's really around. Lone Druid Bear is on the way. Still no Magnus, and looks like that's enough to make them back off. Tower going to be not quite in deny range from that catapult. So, MadMonkeys, they hold their tier 2 in the mid lane, but they're starting to lose more and more map control. Phantom Lancer getting bigger and bigger. He's up to 3,300 gold past the Yasha. Had the opportunity to grab the Manta style at this point if he wanted it. It's possible he doesn't really want Manta yet. He might just try and go for Butterfly for Heart. Both definitely very powerful pickups. Give him some more survivability, which he's probably sorely lacking at the moment. Makes those illusions a lot harder to kill as well. Roshan attempt coming out from MadMonkeys. Not sure if they're actually going to commit to this. Skewer going to come back and bring Tartugo into the middle of the fight. He's just going to sleep himself, try and survive. He will end up going down. Maybe they need to finish him off. The boat's going to be there. The Bane is still alive. In the meantime, the boat hits on several. Fiends group going to come off on Darkseer doing some damage. Jakiro the first one to finally die. Bane going to get the brain sap off. He's still alive. Stolen and Feeble up on the Phantom Lancer. It has him doing nice 0 damage. The most unfortunate cogs ever. He wanted to push him away. He didn't want to catch him, and it pulled from further than he normally could.
Hello.
And they're going to go down. Phantom Lancer finishes it off. Grabs that Aegis. He's got an Aegis, 5,000 gold. Looking bigger and bigger. Is 22-11 now, that kill score. And they were not able to kill that Bane in that fight. And that's a huge deal. The boat, the Kunkka rum. Used to be Coco. Kunkka's rum. Giving them that move speed. It's run away. Giving him that 50% damage reduction.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Boatman's too strong. Take the tier 2 in the mid. Actually, looks like they're farming up the Dire jungle a little bit. Some drawing on that map. Are they putting? Yeah, they're just gonna drop a ward up on this high ground right here. It's so hard to draw on the high ground. And a fight going on in the Dire jungle. Are they gonna commit? Phantom Lancer's not here. The boat gonna fly. Lands on the leader. Hookshot gonna go through. Wall gets dropped. No one really being forced through it. The vacuum's out there. Rope check. Getting a fight with Gento. It looks like Gento gonna get down. The stolen boat flies through, though. It's keeping everyone alive. In the meantime, Phantom Lancer just finished off someone in the back of the fight. First player gonna go off. It lands on Curse. It looks like Kunkka will be losing his life. Ends up going down. Jakiro ends up dying to a Spirit Lance. It's a double kill for Phantom Lancer. A third one to be coming up momentarily. Rubik stopped running. Triple kill for the Phantom Lancer. They're gonna keep charging. Sleep comes up on the Magus. He's low on mana. They have the buyback. Splash from Kunkka finished things off. That recall from Keeper of the Light working wonders for this fight. And MadMonkeys are just going to call GG. Boat flies through. The Axe pulls Rubik back into it. And are you ready? They're going to move on to the finals. So MadMonkeys, they try and put up a fight. Final kill score 28-12 though. And are you ready? Just surviving through these fights. Kunkka doing a lot of work. Phantom Lancer just getting too far. You always have to question when a team decides, yeah, we don't really need to contest the farm of Phantom Lancer. We'll be fine. Ends up not working too well. And we'll give it another minute for that scoreboard to pop up again. This is a match in the semifinals of the TT eSports Dota 2 Weekly number 13, the last weekly cup. For the month of May, we'll have the monthly championships coming up soon, as the last few teams scramble to try and find their positions in the points leaders brackets. My name's Kinaz. This is brought to you by Androids. Check them out. They have social media. All that stuff will be up in between the games on the screen. And you can check me out at Kinaz Dota for my Twitter, or Canasta for my Twitch account, if you want to check me out anywhere else. Thanks for coming. We'll be back momentarily while we get ready for these grand final games to get going. Thanks for coming.